Today it was a high 50s and there's an overcast all day long. All next week will be in the mid 80s with no chance of precipitation all week. In local news, Jim Jaggers came to Rossville Christian Academy this past week as they successfully raised $1,000 for LeBron sports. The Rossville Christian Academy Wolves are currently 1-6. With injuries and inactives plaguing the team, the next 3 games will be a struggle. 25th ranked Memphis Tigers have had 12 consecutive wins, and that's a school record. They are 5-0 on the year, and they're ready to beat Ole Miss. Fall Fest this year is on November 2nd. There will be plenty of games such as the dunk tank and the cakewalk this year.
20 people were found injured, and 10 people were found dead due to the shooting. The shooter was a Satanist, and he was targeting Christians. Right after the shooting, he committed suicide.
Donald Trump is in the lead with 26%, and Ben Carson is in close second at 18% for the Republican Party. In the lead with 46%, and Bernie Sanders is in second place with 30% in the Democratic Party.
Right for the cure. They raised over $475,000. There were over 1,200 cyclists, and the proceeds went to the West Institute for Cancer Research.
Russia has increased bombings, carrying out 20 flights, targeting 10 ISIS positions. Vladimir Putin says that he supports targeting ISIS, so that's good.
Today, rainbows turn to shadows as gay people are currently living in the shadows. 1% of gay population of Russia is openly gay. They did a study in Russia. 74% of people think that they shouldn't have any rights, like marriage or anything like that. 22% of people say that they should be treated, and 5% of people say they should be liquefied. What do you think?
Some citizens are outraged about Obamacare. Let's see what this citizen has to say.
What are your views on Obamacare?
Well, Obamacare is a very dramatic piece of legislation. It's called the Affordable Care Act. It was intended so that it was promoted as something that would be something that would make health care more available to millions of Americans. But it was a highly partisan piece of legislation because when it was passed with only one party supporting it, which was the Democrat Party. Not one Republican was on board with this plan. So from the very get-go, it was a situation where the people were divided over that issue. Once Obamacare became the law of the land, then it was not unfolded at once. It has had a very how shall I say it? It's gone in processes to where all the implications of Obamacare are only recently being felt and understood. One of the problems with Obamacare is that it forces people to buy something that they don't have to buy. So, for instance, prior to this time, it was legal for you to have insurance or not have insurance. But now you have to have medical insurance. Second problem is that it's limited as to who you can actually buy it from. You can't just go to another state and buy their insurance. You got to buy insurance from those that are approved for your plan. There's also some problems with it because it's actually welfare for big business. Big business loves Obamacare. They love Obamacare because they don't have to provide health care and very good health care for their employees anymore. Now, all they have to do is get the government to take care of it, which the government ends up putting people on these plans that are high deductible plans that cost the people more, much more than what they were getting through their employer before. The entire Obamacare fiasco is only now being understood. Many people are very unhappy with it, but I think that the next presidential election will be key because once you have one party that controls the Congress and the presidency, then you're going to be able to see something one way or the other. And if something's not done, then we're just going to end up with a very broken healthcare system. But the biggest problem with Obamacare is that it's helping the big businesses because they no longer have to be involved in healthcare. Secondly, it hurts the individuals who want insurance, who can't get it, and then in order to afford it, you have to have what are called high deductibles, which are thousands of dollars out of pocket, plus the premiums that are being done.
Channel 8.2.
We'll see you next time.
What are y'all doing in my garage? What's up with this?
And there goes Ethan.